Hey y'all, it's Callie and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. It is currently Tuesday morning and I just wanted to kind of update you guys on what I am reading and what I plan to read for this week. Right now I'm reading Thunderhead by Neal Shusterman, going on week 3 of reading this. I am really slow. I will definitely be able to finish it this week. I'm on page 289. So I should definitely be able to finish it. I have less than half of it left. I am loving this so much. I'm just having trouble finding the time and motivation to read it, but I have not a lot of homework, and the homework I do have is due in like May. So I can definitely set aside some time to pick this guy up and get a lot of reading. I finished the audiobook for Furyborn by Claire Legrand last night. I really loved it. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars because at the beginning I was a little confused. And even though I liked the format of the two different characters in the different times, there were times when it was very odd. Like, there was a point where there was like detailed sex scene, and then like right before it and after it, it was just like a girl living her life like regularly, and it was very abrupt and just seemed strange. I don't know if I'm the only one that felt that way, but it just kind of weirded me out a little bit. I don't have an issue with the fact that there was a sex scene, but it was just weird in the timing and placement. That's how I felt. I'm not really sure. My ebook, I'm just reading a short little romance ebook. I'm trying not to focus on that and focus a little bit more on Thunderhead so I can go ahead and get that one out of the way pretty quickly. I am enjoying it. It's pretty good. It took me a while to get into it because the description didn't really tell me much about what happened in the last book, and it's been a while since I finished the last one, so it was taking me a little bit of time. I am not going to pick up a new audiobook straight away because I am next in line for like 5 of them, so I know as soon as I check one out and get like 10-20 minutes, 10% of the way through, I will get one of them. I have Dumplin', Wonder Woman Warbringer, A Gathering of Shadows, The Inexplicable Logic of My Life, Legendary, and A Great and Terrible Beauty. So I've got lots of options coming up really quickly. I'm super excited about these. I've been trying to incorporate more audiobooks and ebooks, being books that I already have on my shelves. If you'll notice, they are rainbow now, and the books that I haven't read yet I have facing this way, and at the beginning of each shelf I do have a little sticky note with the number of books on that shelf that I have not read yet, just to kind of see where I'm at. And I'm gonna, I don't know, my little math brain just likes to do random things like this sometimes. I change my the way I do my TBR all the time. For May, I'm not going to be doing a specific TBR. I found with the last 2 months that it's kind of been a little bit stressful, and I didn't actually end up finishing the March TBR books, and I was going to make up for it in April, except for the fact that I might not even get a chance to read all of those. I ended up reading other books for the Challenges for Owls, and it's just all crazy. But I'm really enjoying the Owls if I read Thunderhead, and then one more book that I have down here that I put on my list for a book written by 2 authors. It is the only one that I have on my shelves, I realized. So I will be reading that one in the next week or so. I think today is the 23rd, so I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got 7 days to 7. That's definitely how math works. I have 8 days to read 2 physical books. I can most definitely do that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. My plan is to finish Thunderhead this week, finish the other ebook, and then continue on reading the ebook for This Savage Song, and just get to as many books on this shelf as possible. Hey y'all, it's Wednesday and I just wanted to update you guys on my reading. I got a little bit of Thunderhead read yesterday. I am now on page 347. I am absolutely loving Thunderhead. I was just so tired last night and I had an early morning this morning, so I figured I would head on to bed. I am super excited to read a bunch more of this during the rest of the week. I don't have that much homework, so I will really be able to prioritize this. I am just absolutely loving it. I finished the romance ebook I was reading, so I've moved on to reading This Savage Song as my ebook, which is yet another success, I guess you could say, in terms of picking my reading back up, because the last week and a half or so I've kind of been in a little mini slump, I guess you could say. I just wasn't reading as much as I usually do, just wasn't as productive, and I'm super excited to get back into some hardcore reading, get some books off my TBR, especially Owls. I have Thunderhead and one more book to read, and the other one is a contemporary and it's got pictures, so it should be a fairly quick read. Hey y'all, it's Thursday and I wanted to update you guys on my reading. I'm definitely picking back up in my reading and I am so thankful for that. I love reading, but sometimes I just kind of get bogged down with the intimidation of all the books on my shelf and just the ones that I'm currently reading, and it just gets to be a lot. And so I'm really glad that I'm picking back up and loving the books I'm reading. And in Thunderhead, I'm loving it. I keep wanting to read it, but then when I finally sit down to read it, it's late at night when I'm ready for bed and I am way too tired, and so I end up falling asleep. I'm on page 403. I've got almost exactly 100 pages left. I think it's like 101. I am loving this. I cannot wait. I looked at Goodreads today and supposedly the expected release date for The Toll, the next one, is November 9th, which is close but also very far. And there's not a cover, which makes me kind of nervous because there are most books that are coming out within the next few months have covers. That makes me a little nervous because I love a friend of mine, Greasy, loves this series and she's been trying to get me to finish it. She said it leaves off with a big cliffhanger, so I'm very nervous about that. Very much so. But I'm loving this, cannot wait to read more. This Savage Song has definitely picked up enjoyment for me. I am really intrigued by just how the plot is coming together and things are being revealed, and I am just really intrigued to see what's gonna happen because people know things and people don't know that people know things, and it's really interesting and I'm just really enjoying it now. I'm almost halfway through. I'm on page 182 and I think this has a little over 400 pages. Like 430, I think, 425, something like that. I am absolutely loving this. I cannot wait to read it. I do believe, as usual with fantasy books, I read the physical books a lot faster than if I read an ebook, but it's an ebook that I'm reading. I always have an ebook running because during my school day I have one class where I can read an ebook but not a physical book. So I've been doing that, and there are just certain circumstances within your day where you can read an ebook but it would be too much of a hassle to pull out your physical book and get that out, because then by the time you did that it would be time to put it back away. So an ebook is perfect for that, and I definitely take advantage of that as much as possible. Like when I'm eating lunch, that kind of thing, I definitely pick up my ebook more often. I'm loving this. I'm really enjoying Victoria Schwab's writing so far. I listened to the audiobook for A Darker Shade of Magic, and I also listened to the audiobook for City of Ghosts, and now I'm on This Savage Song. I definitely like it. This is the first one I've actually physically read, which I just now realized, and I am definitely enjoying it very much. I'm listening to Dumplin' by Julie Murphy. I'm so excited. I have it on 2x speed. One, because I want to get through it really fast so I can watch the Netflix movie, because I've heard really great things about both the book and the movie, and it is just, contemporaries are the ones I tend to make faster because fantasies you kind of have to absorb more information, and since this is a contemporary, I'm only 30 minutes through, but I'm absolutely loving it. It is so cute. It's a fairly short audiobook compared to the other ones I have on hold. The other ones I have on hold are anywhere between 12 and 16 hours long, and this one is only almost exactly 9 hours. So it should not take me very long, considering that I have it on 2x speed, so it'll only take me 4.5 hours overall, technically. So that's where my reading is at right now. Hey y'all, it is later on Thursday and I wanted to update you guys on some exciting reading I've finished. Before I forget, I am 2.5 hours through Dumplin' and absolutely loving it. I really like how it's really delving into some of the topics that people don't necessarily like to talk about and that I personally don't know a lot about. Just very interesting to see how my life is very different from other people who just necessarily the only difference between the two of us is our weight. One number can change everything about someone's life, and that's just really crazy to think about. And so it's interesting to see this story and the relationship between her and her mom and the relationship between her and pageants in general, and I'm excited to see where this is gonna go. The one thing I do have to say is there's been like 3 scenes in these 2.5 hours with her mom calling her Dumplin', so I'm hoping that her mom calling her Dumplin' has more significance later in the story, because otherwise it's just a cop-out almost right now, I would feel, because it's just this one small detail that hasn't been mentioned a lot yet. I'm not sure because I haven't finished it yet, obviously, but that is my take on it right now. I also finished Thunderhead by Neal Shusterman. Oh my gosh, I had no idea that it was gonna end this specific way. I absolutely loved it so much. I cannot wait to find out what happens in the toll, and I totally get what the toll stands for now. I loved seeing that at the beginning of each chapter there was a piece of almost like thought of consciousness of the Thunderhead, and as it kind of goes on, it kind of devolves and changes into this different thing, kind of like the stereotypical computer taking over and realizing, but it's smarter than that, and it's just really, really good. I absolutely loved this. I will definitely be giving this 5 out of 5 stars. In this Savage Song, I read a little bit. I'm on page 214. I'm absolutely loving this. I ended up reading more of sides than this at school today, which is why I didn't get as far in this, because usually I have more time to read this, but I had more time to read Thunderhead today, so I took advantage of that for the Owls Readathon. And then my last book, which counts for the challenge of read a book written by 2 authors, I have Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer's Between the Lines. It's got a lot of really pretty art. Hey y'all, it's Saturday morning and I wanted to update you guys on my reading. I've been reading like crazy. I've decided I'm dedicating this week this weekend to almost exclusively bookish and reading things as much as possible. I am going to have to do a little bit of studying for a big final coming up in the next week, but other than that, I'm just going to read, watch BookTube, listen to audiobooks while I do other things I need to get done, and I think I'm gonna go to a bookstore too. So it is just based like a 24-hour readathon, but I'm not going to try to stay up or anything. I'm just going to do as much reading this weekend as possible. I'm going to try to limit Netflix and unnecessary BookTube, like things like that, so I can just read as much as humanly possible this weekend. And I'm already off to a great start. So in Dumplin', I am 5 hours and 30 minutes through that. I am absolutely loving this so much. It is just so cute and so fun, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. I will probably get the chance to finish that one today, but maybe tomorrow. It'll depend on how much audiobook listening I do while doing other tasks. I'm not sure how much I'll have yet, but the hope is to get a lot of that done. In this Savage Song, I'm on page 289. I only have about 150 pages left, I think, or a little less than that, which is really exciting. I don't know how much of this I'll get read because it's my ebook and I'm going to be mostly reading physical books and listening to some audiobook, but I don't think I'll be able to finish this one this weekend unless I choose to prioritize that, which is not in my plans as of now. And then last night I finished Between the Lines by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer. I'm gonna give this like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was really cute, really cheesy, but it was really intricate and interesting, and I hadn't really heard the story before. It was so cute. So it was very unrealistic and very cheesy, but that is like kind of what made it really great. I really enjoyed myself. And the book I've already started this morning is really exciting. I'm reading Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu. I am so excited. I don't know if I've told you guys yet, but I got this for Easter, so I'm so glad I have this, and it's just my whole heart. It's so short compared to a regular Cassandra Clare book. I am already on page 34. Just a little chunk, like 10% of the way through. I'm loving it so much. I am really hoping that I can finish this today. I'm challenging myself to at least finish this today. I love this so much so far. It's so cute. And I was realizing this is actually the first time, technically, if you're going by the timeline, that someone other than Magnus from the Mortal Instruments meets Tessa, which is really exciting to think about because it's just really cool how the worlds collide even sooner than in the books that have already been released. Hey y'all, it's Sunday afternoon. I just wanted to update you guys really quickly on the reading I got done yesterday. I didn't get as much reading done as I wanted to, but I also got very distracted. Big shock, even though I said I wasn't going to. In Dumplin', I have about 2 hours left. I am absolutely loving it and I cannot wait to see what happens. I will definitely be finishing that tomorrow. I just don't listen to audiobooks as much on the weekends, but I have lots of opportunities to listen to them during the week, so I will probably not finish that today, but I will definitely be able to finish that tomorrow, and I'm super excited about that. I read one chapter in the Savage Song yesterday, so I'm on a whopping 295. It was like 6 pages, but I am super excited. I cannot wait to finish this. I only have it for like 5 more days through the ebook through my library, and I will probably be able to finish it if I stay focused, and I'm hoping to, so hopefully I can get to this one. In Red Scrolls of Magic, I am on page 196, over halfway through. I've got about 150 pages left. I'm super excited. I would love to finish this today. I hope I can, but yesterday I said I was going to, and I obviously did not. I am loving the story, and I cannot wait to see what happens and what cliffhanger they leave us with, so we are sucked in to read the next one. When I realized I for sure wasn't going to be finishing Red Scrolls of Magic, I decided to quickly pick up a little classic because I forgot that I had read Miss Frisby and the Rats of Nim earlier in the month and wanted to make sure that I read at least one classic. I think all books that are down in that one section of my shelves are like my classics that I have to choose from, and I chose the shortest and easiest one, so I chose Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. I might have read this one, but I couldn't remember, and I just wanted to pick this one up because it was down there. Right now I'm on page 161. I have like less than 20 pages left, and I am definitely gonna finish this. I just need to sit down and finish it. It'll take like 5-10 minutes max. This is so cute. I have a feeling what's gonna happen and it's gonna be really sad, but I just really enjoyed this little breath of fresh air. I just wanted to get another book finished, and I'm just really glad I picked this up, although I could have read more Red Scrolls of Magic, but that's okay. Hey y'all, it is later on Sunday night. I just wanted to quickly wrap up my reading week and what I have read for my last check-in and just kind of what to expect next week. So I actually finished the audiobook for Dumplin' by Julie Murphy. I absolutely adored it. It was so cute and I absolutely loved the ending. I'm definitely gonna give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. There were a couple things and comments that I didn't exactly love, which is why I'm knocking it down 0.5 of a star, but I still really enjoyed my time reading it. I am still reading the ebook for this Savage Song. I have not read any of it today, but I plan to finish this next week, so keep an eye out if you want to see my final thoughts on this one. I might not finish it all on ebook, but I will definitely finish it next week. The newest audiobook I got is A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. It's the first in the Gemma Doyle trilogy. I have already listened to an hour of this on 2 times speed, and I am on page 39, just a little bit of the way through. I'm really intrigued. I didn't know that this took place in the 1800s, so I'm really intrigued to see what's going on. She's just getting to the school that she's at. I don't know anything about the premise, so I'm super excited to find out. And then in Red Scrolls of Magic, I am on page 287. I am so close. I have like 60 pages left. I will definitely be finishing this one tonight, and I cannot wait. I can predict that this will be a 5-star read if nothing crazy happens in these last 50 pages. I have just absolutely loved it. It's been so much fun to meet characters and get backstories on characters that we see and learn more about later in the series, and it has just been so much fun, and I'm so glad I read it so quickly. I started out this week finishing the audiobook for Furyborn by Claire Legrand, and I gave that one 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed my time, but it was a little slow and there were some parts that I just couldn't latch on to. And then Tuesday I finished a short little ebook, Complete Me by Jay Kenner, which I didn't rank. I think I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Then I finished Thunderhead by Neal Shusterman, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait for the Toll. I loved the story, loved the characters, especially the new ones, and I cannot wait to see what happens because of all of the drama and great things that are going on. Then I finished Between the Lines by Samantha Van Leer and Jodi Picoult. I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. It was cute, cheesy, and just sometimes a little too unrealistic, but overall a really fun read. And then this afternoon I finished Charlotte's Web by E.B. White, and I'm going to give this one 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was just really cute, and I think it is a really great story for children because it has subtle ways to make them think. Because one time I noticed was one of the main characters, Fern, and her little brother Avery were at a fair and they were each given money, and it was the same amount but in different coinage. So I thought that was really interesting and a great way to help kids kind of think things through, because it was 70 cents but one was given in quarters and dimes and the other one was given in dimes and nickels. So that was just a lot of fun and a cute little tidbit. I just really enjoyed my time reading this, and yeah, it was really cute. I cannot wait to start the next book I'm planning on reading. It's on this shelf, and it's a black book, and I'm really excited because I've heard a lot of great things about it, and the cover for the next one was released recently, so a little sneak peek into next week's reading plans. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!